Yeah, thank you. I'm Ed Barry. I'm the Sustainable Living Advisor to the Population Institute in Washington, D.C. And I would suggest a couple of things real quick before my question. First is the world is relatively full of humans. And there are a lot of scientists who are showing that we are, in fact, in ecological overshoot in total for the globe. So my question is, since this overuse of capacity means that one human's rights are another potential human's misery, and maybe between now and the future of life on the planet, how do we deal? My question is, how do faith-based organizations deal with this global reality of overshoot and what it means morally?
Population. A lot of environmentalists don't like to talk about population.
Religious groups don't like to talk about population either, but I think most of us recognize that it is a problem. We've also seen the statistics change as people become more educated, that the higher level of education with women, the lower number of children. And there are a lot of Christian missionaries who are in the southern hemisphere who are teaching education. And as far as I'm concerned, at least for now, that's the road we're going to be on, which is to educate women and men in the places where there are too many children being born, and in many cases, unwanted children. But I think that education is the answer, the short-term answer.
Well, I would agree that certainly is very important, but I also believe in innovation. We've had points in history in which people were convinced that we were running out of something, whether it was coal or natural gas or the decline of oil production, and then all of a sudden some new technique comes along. And I think that we need to think out of the box, that we need to find new ways of dealing with the population that we have, and perhaps, we spoke briefly before the program tonight about nuclear energy. I think that is one of the areas that many environmentalists are now signing on to, where they had been quite hostile to that, because that's a way to decrease greenhouse gases. The statistic that I think is always extraordinary is that in this country, the 104 nuclear power plants generate 20% of the electricity, but it also generates 70% of the clean energy because they run 24/7, as opposed to a coal or oil or gas plant that has to shut down. I think that our government is beginning to move in an innovative direction with some of the technology that is now appearing for not only the generation by nuclear energy, but also the way of dealing with the environmental waste.
Right, and it's clean if you don't count the waste. The electrons are clean, but the waste is a huge. That's a whole topic unto itself. Let's take the next question from the audience.